I'm gonna find where he is. I'm gonna find where he is, because if I find where he is, then at least I can ask Snoopy, and at least I'll have somewhat of a chance of finding him. Someone who understands my ass. I need to use the rest of this while I'm making the rest of the sweater. First, I need to get the rest of the shit done. Because if I don't, then I'll forget, and I won't forget. I won't forget. There you go. No. Okay. Okay.
Sorry if it's unexpected. I don't know. You like left like the birthday party like really quickly. Come check up on you. So like I texted you yesterday too. Afterwards, it seemed like you needed like your space. So I just wanted to. What?
Just had to check on something, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that. I just wanted to, make sure that you were okay and all that.
Where's Xylem?
I don't know. He's usually around here, isn't he? I haven't seen him. He doesn't come to the Oasis.
I mean, you two seem to be so buddy-buddy recently, so...
I've only really seen him here and then in town. Other than that, I asked him to like take me to the syndicate, but Snoopy's back now. So I don't. Have you not seen him?
No.
Oh.
What I have seen was a message left in my mailbox.
Okay.
And books in my basement.
Okay.
He's dead, Camilla.
What? do you mean?
How exactly do you explain this?
I don't know. What do you- I don't. Blazehorn's crazy, by the way, but I don't. Joseph, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I haven't seen him. I
What
don't know where
exactly
he
was
is.
that therapy session supposed to be about?
We never had the therapy session. I haven't, Joseph. I haven't seen him. That therapy session legitimately was supposed to be a therapy session. I had flowers and stuff for it so that we could garden. I Joseph, I've talked to you before about this. I trusted your judgment with it. I left it to you because you said that. What are you implying here?
Are you aware that he's not able to come back?
I think he said it in passing when all three of us had talked when I was still, you know. But other than, I don't know. I don't know how that works entirely.
It would be a horrible thing to say, but I've had this plan since Camilla visited that day.
I don't, Joseph. What the fuck does that even mean? What am I supposed to take from that? What, I don't know what you're talking about, Joseph. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen him.
Right, yeah. But that's a little difficult to believe when you wrote him a book a little bit ago.
Okay.
For Asylum from Camilla.
Uh-huh. Which one book. I sent him one book after I'd given him a care package because we had a talk sooner than I thought we would. Yeah. I wrote him a book. I wrote him a note and I gave him shit to get out of town. Because I was mad at him because he had killed Crystal. Yeah. Alright? And I didn't kill him. And I told him that I would not, because that's not up to me. I left that up to Crystal. To Crystal and Mia.
Why did your sweater look damp at the birthday party? The purple looked darker.
I was gardening. I got a little dirt on my sweater. And so I rinsed it off. And so it got wet.
Right.
Sorry that clothes get darker when they're wet. I don't know what to tell you. Is he dead or did he just skip town? That seems to be a reoccurring theme with people that
Why
you
else
get to
would
know.
he have left a will?
I don't know. He's weird. think about that. He's a weird fella. I mean, I get that. I get being weird, but like, I can't. This is. I come to check up on you, and you're saying I fucking killed a guy.
Do you have any proof that you didn't kill him?
You can ask Mia. You can ask Dr. Medicine. But I can't say anything else other than I didn't fucking kill him. You're not gonna believe me, are you? I don't know where he is. I haven't spoken to him other than when I come by here. Like, I don't. I gardened. Shit got dirty, and so I fucking cleaned it off. I don't know what else you want me to say. Other than the truth, but you're not gonna fucking believe that? So, I
had a talk with Mia the other day before the birthday party. I don't know if she told you or not already.
Yeah, some. Was it a good talk? What was it a good talk? Was it? I you started there, you you started yeah, had me talk with me at
more of an argument than talk, but
okay. All right. Do you want to talk about it?
I'm assuming that she told you that she came to talk to me. I mean, she told you that she had left the Oasis.
Afterwards, I did not know that she was gone beforehand. No.
She mentioned that.
Yeah. But she told me after. Is there a reason you're bringing this up? Because I would love to hear your side. It's always good to get both sides of whatever is happening.
What? I was taking care of my animals, and then she appears literally behind me. And then she told the truth. She told the truth, and so did I.
Okay. So a good talk, because I mean, Mia seemed a little upset. So
I mean, if you would consider me telling her, yeah, I don't really fucking care if I die at this point, and her telling me no, because even if you do die, there are, believe it or not, I will still fucking care, and
yeah, people care about you, Joseph.
say that again.
People care about you, Joseph. You have people who care about you.
But it's so hard to believe that I care about people. That I still care about her and Chris, and it's so difficult to believe that.
Given that you've told us otherwise, I don't know. I do believe you care because I know you. I know you well enough. I know you have at the very least the capacity to care. But that is up to you to choose to care. And if If actions you've made show otherwise, that's up to the others to decide whether they think that's caring or not. Even if you don't. Even if
Well,
you still
considering
care.
I've been in physical pain from caring, and I did tell her that. I've been in physical pain from having cared so much.
And what's your form of caring then? Is it using your magic when people tell you not to because it does hurt you? Or does it just hurt you to be a little nicer?
The only reason my magic hurts me is because, I mean, you already know the answer to that.
I do.
And as I've said before, he can go ahead and break the statue, I don't care.
But there's other people who care. There's other people who care about you. Are you just gonna disregard them? Because disregarding them is a lack of care on your part. Do you see that? Is that resonating at all with you? Because that's what that is.
No, it is not a lack of care.
Then a lack of self-preservation? Lack of self-worth? Come on. You've been around this long. What happened?
See, that's the phrase that I'm noticing people are using a lot recently. You've been around this long.
Okay. And how does that make you feel? If you've taken note that people are saying it, like, does it make you like uneasy? Does it upset you? Because I don't genuinely, I don't want to upset you when I say that. Like, I'm curious as to what changed. Is it the people?
I don't know.
Do you know when things changed then? General time frame? Because that can help you to figure out what caused it.
I had to guess. Shit, if I can even remember properly. Most likely the Skulk event.
And do you know what changed during that?
Well, considering I was hearing Gaudie's voice in my head screaming at me almost that entire time.
Mm-hmm. Have you taken a break? A proper break after that? Or have you just been. Well, it seems like you've just been going. Huh? New house and everything. And people still find their way to you.
Should have just been further away.
I don't think that would have helped. And I think you know that too.
Did I ever... Did I ever explain to you why you heard my voice properly? After I ran away the first time.
No, because you told me that you didn't know.
Well, recently I've come to realize that it's the blessing. Granted, most people call it a curse at this point. It's the blessing on the house. It's a more unstable version of myself.
Okay.
While whatever the blessing says doesn't affect me directly, it usually is what I am at the time thinking. Or at least that time it was. I don't know. I don't think it's been as unstable recently. Not that I'm aware anyway.
I don't know. I haven't been in your house.
Damn place is falling apart at this point.
You've stopped taking care of it.
I'm never there. I don't have much of a reason to.
I guess that's true. Do look. I know that Salem meant a lot to you. I don't know where he is, but if you want help finding out where he went, I'm sure the syndicate has like a tracker, right? Because he worked for them. Works for them.
All of you have trackers.
Right. I know that. But I mean, it could help you figure out where he went or general direction. I don't know.
He asked me to take down his house. I already did, but I still need to check the basement. So.
Okay. Do you think you'll be able to do that alone? Or do you want company?
Considering I spent about 13, 14 hours in my own basement after having found his shit, I don't know.
I don't think any time in another basement would be good for you right now, though. If that's what.
My star should still be down there from a while ago.
Okay.
If you'd like to come, feel free. Broke the fucking waist up too. She's a fucking liar.
fact that you can focus. It's crazy. Oh wow. It's just that's your pet's doing alright? You know, how's Babinski doing? How's
He's fine.
that's good. And your parents? How are they?
They probably need to be preened soon.
Yeah.
Did you have a specific date for your therapy session in mind?
No, I was just kind of hoping just to see him around and like ask him because I mean, it's difficult to see him around, but like he never messaged me about it, so I didn't really have a set time. No. Why?
It's a shame I won't get to see the aftermath.
What? The 19th. I was literally in the fucking wait dude. We never had a set date, and I was in the Oasis. The 19th. I was not out and about, and I have not been out and about for a good few weeks. I put Mia on house arrest because she can't seem to take care of herself. Fucking no curses. Like, goodness.
Right.
I, you don't have to believe me. I don't.
Hmm.
Nothing.
No, I didn't hear what you said. What's with the new sweater?
Oh.
I don't think I've seen this one
well,
before.
No, actually, I just I had the patched one for a little while. good sweater, but I figured I could use like a proper one that wasn't like hooked up. So
Yeah.
new sweater.
I'm gonna check something. I don't quite remember if I left the bags down here. If I did that, then if he hasn't touched them, then the other ones are down here somewhere. Stupid fucking maze. Of all things, it had to be a maze. Right. Didn't find what I was looking for.
I mean, isn't it just like a maze back there? What were you looking for?
Just a couple old things.
Okay. Do you need help looking for the things then? Or like, I mean, I mean, you don't have to like tell me what the things are, but like, if you need like help looking for them, uh,
The backpacks.
oh, right, because you guys were like switching back and forth the backpacks. Is that those ones?
He stopped a while ago.
Oh.
And I was just seeing if they were still down there.
Oh. Well, I mean,
But they're not,
you could always.
so.
Okay. I mean, he does like have other places he was staying at, though, right? Like, there was always.
I highly doubt he would have taken him with him.
I mean.
He filled in that little hole in the wall.
Okay. Are you doing okay?
I'm fine.
Joseph, I don't think you are. Joseph.
What?
I don't know why he left. Alright? That's quite frankly rude. You have been very nice to him. You know. But maybe he'll come back. Like the vulture does. You know? Or did.
The one who killed himself?
What? What?
I thought he killed himself. So that he wouldn't have to spend any more time in that tower. And if Salem's dead, Snoopy can't bring him back.
Hold on. Hold on. I didn't know. What? one, one, I don't know whatever's. All I knew is that he got arrested, and two, I don't think Salem's dead, Joseph. He's a weird fucking guy. He's lived a while. I mean, who's to say he didn't fake his death or just did that and ran off? I I don't know. I gave him the shit to run, fucking a couple of boats and some food and whatever a while ago, but I mean, like, genuinely, I didn't want to see him dead. And I told him that, and that was in the note that I gave to him that I wasn't gonna kill him. I,
Then why make him a grave?
what are you talking about?
The book said that you made him a grave.
It, even if I did, he wouldn't know that unless I showed him one. And I didn't, because there is none. Because I didn't hurt him. Joseph? I would have no reason to. I put him in your hands to take care of. I had my family to protect because you decided that he was better company, Joseph. I had better things to do. I have better things to do than sit here and argue with you about this. Goodness. You've known me for this long, man. I would think you would think a little highly of me. A little higher of me.
I would think that you would think a little highly of me too.
And I do. Of course I do. I'm not gonna put you on some pedestal, though. Of course I think highly of you. That's why I let you. That's why I trusted you when you said that you were going to help Salem. That's why I trusted you, because I think highly of you.
And he was getting better. At least as far as I'm aware.
Good. That's good. Then that's good. Good. And I hope he continues to get better.
Did Mia show you that book? And I gave her more of a journal, but
I don't think so. I mean, when I left, when I checked my mail, there was a package next to the door. I saw that there was something in there for Mia. Is that what you mean?
no. Go back to stars.
Okay.
It's a copy of it, but it's a collection of letters that I never sent to any of you.
Okay.
I wouldn't give to see these unorganized again.
Why didn't you ever send him?
Didn't feel like I needed to.
Okay.
More so felt like they wouldn't be read, but
Okay. I always read the shit you send, so I can't say much about anything else, but I always.
I stopped hanging around you guys when I knew it would start hurting you.
You stopping hanging out with us hurt us, though. Why? Why start hanging out with Asylum in the first place? Like, if you knew that.
Because if you didn't show up as much, the change wouldn't hurt as bad.
I need you to know how fucking stupid that sounds. I do. I really need you to know that. I need you to know how dumb that sounds. Alright? You called us your sisters first. Alright? And I get that family leaves all the fucking time. I did that to my parents, you know? I did that. But you wanted that family first. Alright? You compared me to your sister. Said that I reminded you of her. And then you decided to distance yourself. Do you know how that makes us feel? Do you know how that makes me feel? That's not fair, you know? Like, you did that shit. You also decided to get closer to you again. You called us your sisters first. If you wanted to keep your distance in the first place, that's on you. You don't get to just fucking distance yourself after that and then make fucked up choices. You know? You can't do that and then not expect it to hurt somebody.
I was hoping it would hurt me the most.
Why?
Because
Why?
I'm self-destructive.
He's a detective. Then fix it. I don't fucking know. You've had all the fucking time in the world to do something about this behavior of yours. And what do you keep doing, man? You keep fucking going. take a good long look at yourself and decide if this is the path that you want to keep going down. Genuinely. Like, do you want to keep do you want to keep being like this? Do you want to keep hurting yourself in this way? Do you want to keep fucking isolating until there are a lot of people who care about you, and you isolating yourself, you staying away, you doing whatever the fuck you're doing, getting closer, and then leaving, that's not going to help you or anybody else, and it's not going to hurt you more than it hurts the others. It's going to hurt everybody. And genuinely, it's going to hurt you the fucking least. Because it is your choice that you are making. You are actively making that choice. So tell me again that you thought it would hurt you the most, Joseph, because I can guarantee that it doesn't.
And why does it hurt you so much?
Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? You were one of the first friends I had on this fucking planet. You know? We went to each other. I got better because of you. I had never had a sibling before. And you called me your sister and you compared me to yours. And I thought, wow, I've never had a fucking brother, you know? And it brought me joy and it made me happy. And I was happy to be family. I was happy to be that friend. And I was happy to be there. And then you left. And then you stopped going to your house in town. And then you left again. And now you're here. And then you made a fucked up choice to befriend the fucking killer of my daughter. You know? If it was anybody else, I wouldn't care. But my daughter. That's who you choose to be friends with. That's who you chose. And that told me exactly the kind of person you were. But I still care. I still do. That's why I'm fucking here, man. That's why I'm still here. That's why I keep coming by. That's why I trusted you. Because I still care. Because you are my brother. Whether or not I'm your sister to you. Alright? I'm still here, and I'm still gonna fucking be here.
Is this what getting better looks like?
What?
For you, I mean.
What the fuck do you mean by that?
You said you were getting better.
Yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm taking care of myself more. And I'm speaking out where I need to. I'm protecting those I care about. That's what getting better is to me. Yeah, I am getting better. Alright? I have a set fucking goal. And it's to get off this fucking planet and take as many people with me. And that includes you. It has always included you.
With how many gods are currently active on this planet? For all I know, the second I step off of this planet, I could be turned into stardust on sight.
Then we'd find a way to make sure that doesn't happen. I don't know.
Find a way it doesn't happen. A little difficult, since a certain God knows that I'm here and not on my planet where I should be. Granted, I highly doubt he even cares. He probably just thinks I'm ungrateful or something.
We'll find a way to make here a little better. I don't know. I don't know. But whatever shit you think you deserve, whatever bad shit you think you deserve, I don't think you do. You know, Goodness. You're so fucking self-destructive.
I hope you're not just now picking up on that.
I'm not. Thank you. I noticed a good while ago. Thank you.
Good, because it's only been getting worse.
I know.
You know, using destructive magic on yourself isn't really the best
Why
thing
the
that
fuck
should
would
do.
you do that? Why the fuck would you do that? And why would you do that?
Not like it'll kill me.
That shouldn't be the threshold. that shouldn't be the threshold. What the fuck? God. Hey. Do you want to get better? Like at all? Do you want to get better? Do you want some semblance of relief just at all? Or are you fine and comfortable sitting on this fucking train track you found yourself on, pretending it's some fucking field, huh? Like, do do you understand the position that you have put yourself in? Because a lot of this is you're doing, you know?
And why should I care if the train gets too close?
You should care because your life is important, not just to you, but to a lot of people. And it should be important to you. It should be important to you.
What's important to me is that there's just enough people around me still that I can still sink my claws into until they are done with me.
You're not being serious, are you?
If there's no one else to care, then there's no reason for me to still be here. It's only a matter of months till you all leave. And then that number dwindles down to 0.
If there's no one left to care, then I'm fucking dead. You know? I can hold a lot in my heart, and you are one of those fucking people, you know? You are. Like Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Nah. No, we're not fucking doing this. No. Jink my claws into people. Shut the fuck up. no. You are continuously trying to push people away. Alright? That is so. God. Do you want to be alone?
The sooner that number drops to 0, the sooner I can find a way. I think we both know how that sentence ends.
Then I won't let you. I won't leave then. I'll make sure there's at least one person on this dumbass fucking planet who cares and who sticks around so that you can't.
Like who?
Me, dumbass. What the fuck?
Really?
Me. Yes, Joseph. Really. Who the fuck else will? You're pushing people away who care about you. You know? I've done shit before. I've stuck with Galaxy and look how that turned out for me, huh? I'll stick with you even if it fucking kills me.
I've stuck around people and you see how that's turned out for me.
Hasn't killed you yet.
It's getting there.
Why do you say that?
I still can't properly cast most of my magic without coughing.
Yeah. Then quit casting your magic for now. I don't. I've
My
talked
halo
to
and my
Spade.
wings aren't as bright. You can talk to Spades all you want. That doesn't mean I'll actually do anything.
I know, because I have talked to him. I've talked to him about it. I know. Believe me. I know. But I'm trying. Because I genuinely don't want to see you dead. Man, and if that fucking statue that it is it's keeping you up and running. I'd like for you to have that. I would like for you to be able to keep going on your merry way without being sick or without any hindrance because your well-being matters. So like I'm trying. Genuinely, I'm trying. I've offered to bring it over myself. I don't know where he has them. I don't.
I genuinely do not understand why the entire group of you guys care so much.
Because
And
we're not
despite how
shit
that
fucking
sounds-
people.
Despite how that sounds, it is genuine confusion.
Because we're not shitty fucking people. Some of us aren't. Because, Joseph, we all have the capacity to care. And a lot of us do care. Because a lot of us whoopsie-doo, are friends. Would have never fucking guessed, I guess. Like, we we care, and we care a lot about a lot of people. All right, and you just so happen to be one of them. All right, a lot of people care because they can. There doesn't have to be a reason. Genuinely, there doesn't. I had no reason to care about Salem in the fucking least. But guess what? I cared about his development. Alright? I cared about him getting better. I still do. And I hope he's okay. Alright? Listen. There doesn't have to be reason. There doesn't have to be. And usually that's the best kind, you know? Unconditional. Because there's a lot of things in life that are conditional, you know?
You're telling me,
And-
of all people, that.
God. Yes, Joseph, I know you fucking know that. Thank you. For stating the obvious. I know you know. I know. I know. Fuck. God. Fucking damn it, dude.
I mean, I've told you about Darcy. I've told you about Gaudi. At this point, those two seem to be conditional.
Yeah, they probably are. I wouldn't be surprised. With how all of you treat each other. Yeah, I'm surprised yours isn't. Or maybe it is. Considering that you distance yourself. You know? I don't care if you try to disguise it as you caring and you wanting to hurt us less. That's still conditional because you chose Salem. You know? Like, that's... That's what you did. You cared until you didn't. You know? You... That's what you said. That's what you said. And that you were going to not care. To my face. You said that to me. You know, that sounds... That's a fucked up thing to say to your sister. You know? That's not really... Not very nice. At all. You know? One who went after you when you weren't feeling good and checked up on you and sent you care packages, the one you learned care packages from? You know? Like, that's just a little fucking rude. You know? Christ. Have a little fucking empathy, you know? Have a little fucking sympathy for the person who's stuck around.
I don't know what you want me to say here.
I don't know either. No, that's a lie. Actually, I do know what I want to hear. I want you to say, and you don't have to, of course. This is just wishful thinking, you know. I want you to say, "Oh my God, Camilla, you are so fucking right. My bad. You know, I will work on myself, and I will get better because there's people I care about, and there's people who care about me, and they deserve someone who does better for them instead of some fucking asshole. You know." That's what I want to hear.
Every time you wanted me to get better, I tried to. And then something happened.
And guess what that is? You stopped trying when things got a little bit worse. And I'm so sorry, but getting better is getting better in spite of that. Because getting better will make the worse a little bit less bad. Because then you'll know how to handle it further down the line. You know? That's what getting better is, Joseph. It's not quitting when things get a little bad. It's continuing on. I'm not fucking done. It's continuing on in spite of all the shit that life tries to throw at you. And it's learning. And it's coping. And it's sitting with your feelings, even though it kind of fucking sucks. And it's continuing on. So tell me, Joseph, why'd you say a little like that? What's up? Tell me.
A little difficult. Because what I've noticed is every single time that it's gotten worse after I've tried to get better, I just keep reverting back to what I was before you even got here. Before I left the syndicate.
Guess what? That is the point where you take a look at yourself and you say, wow, this isn't great. I keep going back. And that's when you say, that's when you think, that's when you do better. Because you notice that. You notice the issue, you know that. You notice that, after something bad happens, wham, you hit a wall again, like you went back down that hill, gotta roll up that boulder all over again. But guess what you fucking do? You roll that boulder and you choose to do better every day. That's what I've done. I've told you I'm a violent person. I told you I'm angry. Always. But guess what I choose to do every day? Guess what I told Galaxy? Kindness, being nice is a choice. It is something that you have to choose. It doesn't come naturally. Alright? It's a lot easier to be a fucking dick. I'm sure you know that. It's what you default to. It's like your one defining trait. You always say, I'm an angry person. I don't fucking care. Alright? You continue to choose to be that person. That's on you. That's on you. I don't care if your kindness isn't fucking real or not. I don't care if you caring isn't fucking real. Because you can still choose to be a caring person. Because you know what that entails. You've made the care packages. You've made the gifts. You know what it means. You don't need somebody else to tell you that. Like, what's the fucking thing? Do unto others as you would have done unto yourself, If you want to be treated well, treat others well. Even if they don't fucking treat you well. You don't have to be a bigger person. Fucking, I don't care. But be just fucking nice. I don't know. Don't be a fucking dick all the time. Genuinely. It's not that fucking hard. It just takes a little practice. And you know what it looks like. Because you've done it. I've seen you do it. Plenty of fucking times. Oh. Fucking you problem at this point. I don't know what to tell you.
You know, Mia said I changed for the worse.
What?
When we were talking the other day, she said that I'd changed. That it was just for the worse. I didn't even hesitate to believe her.
I think you're just back at square one again. Maybe you changed, or changed from whatever high point you were at when, when we were talking and all. You did change. But I mean, it always showed through. You know? It always did. There was always a little crack. Always a little something. I mean, you shot Darcy. And you shot Solon. And you yell a lot. You know, you are just kind of an asshole generally. You know? And I don't know where you got in this. I don't know how you got in your head that you were ever some kind or nice or whatever fucking priest, but that just wasn't true. There. People fucking. You told me yourself that hardly anyone comes to you. It was, what, me and Mia or something? I don't know. That was a while ago. So, I mean. I don't think you've changed for the worst. I think it's just how you always been. And you stopped trying. And maybe it is for the worst. I don't know. Maybe this is what makes you better to yourself. Which I understand. Just valid. If you want to be a fucking asshole, be my guest. But don't chalk it up to you pretending to care then. I don't know. And it seems to be hurting you, and you are hurting others. And you said, I mean, you thought at the very fucking least that this was hurting you more. God. I'm gonna pretend to care, do it right. I don't know. Apologize or some shit. But, nah. I don't think you changed for the worst. Mia has her own opinions, as she does. Always. Everyone does. So maybe to her, absolutely. I can see why. I can see why she thinks that. But, nah. I just think it's who you are.
Is there anything else?
I mean, if you want to keep talking, yeah. If you have a response to that at all, or...
I mean, you're just telling the truth.
I know. I pride myself on that. I like the truth. Big fan of it. That's why I ask questions. I like my answers. And I could keep going. If you wanted me to. I could, offer ways to help you be a better person if you really wanted. But I don't know if you do want that, considering just how you act in general. I mean, but that's up to you.
act similar to the people I grew up around.
Yeah. The people who
Treated me
I
like
guess
shit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. You've told me. You've told me how they are. I know. But that's not an excuse. Because, I mean, you don't like the people you grew up with. You know, and whatever the fuck happened. Not whatever the fuck happened, I know what happened. You know? That's not some excuse for you to also be like them. You know? That's not an excuse to be a fucking asshole. It's not an excuse to treat others the same way. You know? Like, Christ.
You know, I really do hate to change the topic here. I don't remember if I ever told you something that Sylvia told me. And I think that you might, I don't know, find it enlightening or something. I don't know.
Okay.
She once told me, if you always do what you've always done, you will always be where you've always been.
Yeah, no fucking shit? Did you not, like, take that to heart or something? Because you seem to be back, you know, where you always were, huh?
She can't see me.
I really wish she could. Do you think she'd be proud of how you act, Joseph? In the slightest? At all?
I don't think she'd recognize me.
Maybe not. But probably would. I mean, just look at you.
I have.
But I'm concerned that she wouldn't. And say she would. You know, say she would recognize you. Say that she had something that would that she could see whatever the fuck you were doing when you were kicked off your planet, you know? Say she was able to see all of that. Do you think, Joseph, that Sylvia would be proud of you?
Not at all.
Then why do you think that bringing up something she said, saying it that it might help enlighten what the fuck ever, would make any difference to me? Because that was meant for you, clearly. Because clearly you needed it. And clearly, you know, I guess you don't respect her enough to follow through? I don't know. Take her words to heart. Because I know that, you know, and I've gotten better. I've changed as a person. Even before I fucking came here, you know? I know what I need to work on. I know who I am. seem to be, again, stuck in this loop of just kind of rolling the ball up the hill and not really getting that far. So why bring it up? Why bring what she said up?
Because you still remind me of her.
Still? Well, are you going to not listen to my words then, the same way you didn't listen to hers? Or what?
I'm
If I was
trying
talking,
to find a way to respond to that without threatening you. Because
no,
I really...
go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, you let Xylem shoot me in your own fucking house. You didn't do shit. So, I mean, threaten me, Joseph. Go
He
on.
pointed his own fucking gun at my head.
Then you should have done something. I don't know. But no. We're circling back. All right? If you can't say anything without threatening me, I want to hear what this fucking threat is.
I'm not going to do the same to you as I did to Darcy for speaking poorly about her.
I don't think I spoke poorly about her at all. I actually hold her in very high regard. It seems to be you who thinks poorly, at least even a little bit. You know? I mean, I think highly, one, of myself, and if I remind you of her, then props to her, you know? Spitting straight facts. You know, words to live by. Words I live by, and I didn't even know the girl. You know? All I'm saying is that you just don't seem to listen to the people you care about or to the people who care about you. So, I mean. But really, I do think you should threaten me. Because you think that Darcy's and Vulture's whatever is conditional. And I am here to prove to you that mine isn't. My caring isn't conditional. Threaten me all you want. I'll come back the next day and make sure you're okay. You know? Make sure you're still here. I really want to hear it. I really do.
And what would you do if I wasn't?
I'd look for you. I'd look for you. And if you were gone in a different way, I'd drag Snoopy's bitch ass over here. And make her help you. That, or I'd get help from a certain somebody. Because if he has a particular interest in you since you're not on your planet, then I don't think he'd be too happy that you were gone either. You know?
I don't necessarily think that he would give a shit.
I mean, maybe not.
Why would he care about a starborn that he deems ungrateful? If I was lucky, he would send me back to A24.
Maybe he'd think it would be funny. I don't know. Because you seem to not want to be here. Maybe he would think
I don't
that
want
it was
to be anywhere.
funny. great. And maybe he would think that it's funny to bring you right the fuck back to where you don't want to be. Just a thought. Just a fucking hunch. with, with the way the fucking masquerade party went, I wouldn't be surprised. So. But, again, I really do want to hear what you were gonna threaten me with.
No.
Okay. Fine. You think it'll hurt, like, my feelings or something? Or... Because, I mean, you said, I don't want to do to you what I did to Darcy. I don't really care, though. Genuinely. Because I'm not Darcy, you know?
Unlike Darcy, I don't want to put a bullet into you. And I'm sorry if that's hard to believe.
No, it's not. Don't you worry. It's not hard to believe. But I think it would be a little fucking funny. Not that I'd care. I've been shot at before. Salem shot me, actually. Not just with that arrow in your house. He shot me with his gun. Hurt like a fucking bitch. So, I mean, you were right there. Because we were in his house a little bit ago. So what? Would you put a bullet through my shoulder like you did Darcy?
No.
If you would, then where'd you shoot me at? Where would you think
I wouldn't.
hurt without being alone? No. No, you thought about threatening me. You did. Because you brought it up. If you were going to shoot me, where would you shoot me at? Come on. Because I think you would. You brought it up, and I really do think you would, if given enough fucking motivation. Anyone would. You've done it over less.
And it's so difficult to believe that just because I have the thought, that doesn't mean I wouldn't act on it.
That's not what I said. I'm saying that I know you've done it before. Calculated it, by the way, because you did. I know damn well you did. Because I talked to Darcy after. And it's just whatever. I'm not getting into that. But you had the thought, and I'm just curious as to where you would shoot me at. And that is just all I'm asking. I'm not saying that you would. I wouldn't put it past you to do so. But I'm not saying that you would. You know? I am just asking where you think would be the best place to shoot me at, though. That's the question. Where would you shoot me at? That's just the question. Where?
Leg.
My leg. Why?
You wouldn't be able to run from the family anymore.
Oh. That's fun. Bold, but fun. I could run no matter what. But I'm not going to, because I made my choice not to. That's why I'm still here. you know, that's why I'm still here. Because I stayed. I made my choice after everything. And I stayed. Even when I didn't really fucking want to. You know? So shooting me in the leg to stop me from running wouldn't do anything. Look at me, man. It wouldn't stop me. It would be a fun test. It would be. It would be fun to see. But it wouldn't stop me. So I
Darcy
am curious.
was plenty calculated. I can assure you of that.
Oh, I know. I know. Because I know you. Well enough, I'd like to think. Joseph? Entertain something for me, if you will. If you may. You might. What would it take? And I'm so sorry to harp on the subject. But what would it take for you to shoot me? Because, I mean, even just speaking Salvi's name, it seems like you assuming I'm talking bad. It seems like. But I'm curious what it would take for you to shoot me.
It's different for different people.
Mm. Then can I play guess?
Please feel free.
Joyous. Okay. Okay. And do let me know if I go too far. I can't say that. I don't want to upset you because that is what I'm trying to do. No. You seem to think that your brother's dead, and I don't want to make you upset anymore. Because that would be kind of rude, and I don't want to be like you. So. Because my ball's still rolling, and like I said earlier, you do seem to be back at square one. And I could give you pointers on how to, I don't know, do better. You know, I do want to see you better. I do. Same with Salem. I mean, you chose him to be your older brother because you wanted to feel like a little brother. And you know, I do want, genuinely, I do want to see the both of you happy. And I mean, if I can help you find him, I'd be more than happy to, you know. But I mean, communicated. He went offline. What was it? A few days ago. But you know, we can always talk to Snoopy, or get an appointment with Adder, and we could see if we could, you know.
How do you think an appointment with Adder would end with me? Genuine question.
Right. Sorry. I didn't mean any harm by that. That Adder threatened me, so getting an appointment would be the best case for whatever. 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 Sorry. I did not mean any harm by that. But You. Mm, I don't know anymore. Why do you do this to yourself? It's not like being this fucking upset all the time. Being this you will make your problems go away. I don't know what you're like hoping to get from any of this. If you don't think you'll get off the planet, then why not make the most of it? Like, why not try to I don't know, make some real fucking friends? You had real friends. You had people you cared about and who cared about you. I don't know why you feel the need to like distance yourself in whatever. You're only gonna end up I mean, you do this to yourself, just hurting everybody else and making them hate you. And I mean, is that what you want? Is that like what you like really want? Or is that what you think needs to happen so that you'll feel better about leaving to make yourself feel better about the shitty actions that you decide to do? Like I'm trying to like rationalize how you're thinking because it doesn't make very much sense. You know? And my goodness. You really are just kind of fucking dumb. I don't know. Like this is so just a stupid way of thinking. Like why not? Why? Like what is it? Huh?
Other than getting as many people off this planet as possible when you... if you get that book. What do you plan on doing afterward?
When I get that book,
If it
I
exists.
plan on going home. I plan on going home. And I plan on seeing my girlfriend. You know, because I left people behind. And that was fucked up of me. You know, that was a shit fucking move. I I was an asshole. And that's genuinely my bad. Like I messed up. And so at the very least, I'm going to go back to the people that I hurt. I'm going to own up to my mistakes. I'm going to apologize. And if they don't accept my apology, I'll move on. And if they do, then I'll regain their trust. Or try my best to. And I'll make it up to them. To my parents, my girlfriend. You know. and if that leaves me with nobody, if I apologize and they don't want me back, then I did what I could. I fucked up, I apologized, and I move on. Because what else am I supposed to do? You know, that's why I took this job, dude. Like, I'm trying to get home. I'd like to at least finish high school. Trying to get at least something. But you didn't answer me. You just came back with another question. And I answered you. So tell me, dude, why the fuck are you this fucking dumb? Why do you think whatever you do will make any of this make you feel better about being a shitty person? Like, genuinely. Like, is it some, like... is it some, like, guilt thing? Or, like... do you think somehow, if you were shitty enough that the people who cared about you will in turn be shitty. Do you think that'll make like your initial actions any better? Like will it will it make you feel better? Or like what's going on in that thick fucking skull? You know?
Feel free to continue calling me an idiot or a dumbass or whatever it is. God, he seemed to love that. Speaking of, he is the reason. Because very rarely have I been around him and he has not been some sort of violent. So that is what I've grown to learn. Granted, when I was with Darcy, he was, I wouldn't necessarily say calm. He doesn't exactly know what that word means. But he was nice. But God, he isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, the way that I've been hardwired, or whatever you want to call it, is that if I am violent enough to certain people, then they won't treat me the way that they do.
And where has that gotten you?
Empty promises of him saying he would settle down south of town. And he fucking leaves again.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can't stay still.
Is that why you made this place south of town?
It's room for two.
Pretty sure we had a similar conversation when, like, the first couple of months we were here, or when I got here, about how culture. Because you told me how violent he was, that he pulled a gun on you. That shit cannot. I at least fucking think that. At the very least, my actions, or a good amount of people's actions, could have shown me that there's less violent people than at least you think. And I mean, I've opened up to you how I did better. You know, I was doing better. I calmed down. I had thoughts, sure, but didn't really act on them. Not like some people. But we've had this talk before. Something similar. You won't ever grow past it. It won't ever leave your mind. Because of what people have done to you. there are some actions that just can't. They stay with you. They call that trauma, all right? And boy, howdy, you are just stocked to the brim with that. Um, and I'm genuinely like, I'm sorry that like you've gone through all of this, and you have made efforts to get better, and then you relapse over and over again, and you seem to be going back to the things that hurt you, and you try and you try and you try, and then look where it lands you again. Worried about the fucking guy who apparently died because worried about the guy that hurt you over and over and over again. Like, and I mean this genuinely. What did you think was going to happen? Did you think it was going to get better if you stuck around long enough with the people that hurt you?
No.
Then why stick around? Did you think you deserved it? Because you were an asshole? Did you think you deserved it because that's what you thought your whole childhood because of how the people treated you? Did you think you deserved it because you didn't think you were worth anything more? Or did you stick with it because it was what you knew? Because it is how you were treated and how you were continued to be treated by a handful of the people around you. And when new people came to this planet, a good few people decided to treat you that same way. Galaxy, for example, fucking, or and because of your past experiences, did you think that you would never be worth anything more to anybody else? Did it question? Did it sorry, there's a lot of questions here for you. Did it how did you feel when a few people showed that they did care? Like me or I? Like how did that feel to you when there were people who broke that normal of what you had? That comfort. That routine.
I was scared. Because, as you are already so aware, I hate change.
I know.
Which is why I kept going back to what was hurting me. Because it doesn't change.
Is that why you keep relapsing? And going back to how you act? How you acted before? Because you're scared of changing?
I'm scared of everything around me changing.
I hate to break it to you. That's already gonna happen. You can't do anything about that. Time will continue to march on, and it is up to you if you want to march on with it. If you don't, you'll be like Sylvia said. You told me what she said to yourself. You'll be nothing will change. You'll be right back where you fucking started. You know? And again, that begs the question, do you even listen to what she said? Do you listen to what I say? Do you take any of this to heart, or are you just do you just care that little? Like, and I know that you say that it's that you're made this way, that you're all made this way, just your species, but that can't be true. genuinely, that can't be true, given what you've told me about Sylvia. You know? Like, I I don't know. I just think you're. Did you even really think of her as a sister at that point? Or did you just not really know what family meant in general because you never had a real one?
I want you to take a wild guess there.
I want to hear it from you.
No, clearly I did not know what family was supposed to be like. And clearly I still don't.
Then why pretend that you do? Why call Sylvia your sister? Why call me or Mia your sister? Why call Salem your brother? If you don't know how a family's supposed to act, how fuck, even not even a fucking blood family, just good friends. You know? Fucking disregarding the people who raised you. I mean, you knew to some capacity, because I mean, if you called Sylvia your sister, you knew to some capacity that family was supposed to care. You know, because she cared. She cared, probably, I'm sure, from what you've told me, a lot. But it seems like with what's happening here, you say that, and then you decide that it's not really worth it. So I'm curious if you also stopped being Sylvia's brother first. You know. But I mean, that's just speculation at this point.
No, I did not. I mean, would you like proof? I have plenty.
No. I don't care. Keep whatever proof you have. I believe you. You know. I know that you have letters to her because I mean you told me. Because I offered to ask Snoopy about a mail ship. And you said that the last one they had that you knew of was dismantled. Or whatever the fuck it was. So I know. Don't worry, you don't have to show me again. But given that given that you knew at least just a little bit. At least a little bit of how a family, a good family, a proper family, supposed to look, given, Sylvia. Why make the actions that you continue to make? Why make the choices that you continue to make? Why continue on like this? I Do you want us to act like your old family? Like, are you at some point expecting us to? Like, I held a fucking feast for you, dude. Why be such a fucking piece of shit about it? Like, why push away the people you call family? Why do that to yourself? It just doesn't. It just. My goodness. It doesn't make sense. You know? Like it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. You don't make sense. You don't make sense. Just at all. I what were you hoping out of making these connections? Because I remember. Okay. Hold on. Let me because I remember you saying something about how it was our fault for getting closer to you because this is just how you are. You know, you're an asshole or whatever the fuck that it was. You're a liar and you're just using people. That's what you said. That's what you said. That's what you told me when I confronted you. Remember? You know, about whatever. Um, so why did you so then why then did you decide to get closer to other people first? If this is how you are, and if this is how you think you will always be, then why get other people in the crossfire with your actions and your bad decisions if you think in the end, one, that you know it will hurt others, because you said yourself that you decided to kind of step away, back off because you thought it would hurt other people less. So you made actions that you knew would hurt people, and then continued to make the ones that you thought would hurt you more. Like, like you don't like change, all right? You hate it. You hate it so much to the point that you will go back to the people who hurt you. So why then be the catalyst for that change? Why do that to yourself? Why do that to the people around you?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if you were expecting some big speech sort of response about me making fun of myself again. I don't know.
A part of you knows somewhere because you keep doing it. A part of you knows, and that's up to you. As, as part of getting better. I don't know if you know this, but as a part of getting better, you have to sit with that. You have to sit with the choices that you've made and that you will continue to make, and you have to sit with who you are as a person. And you have to rationalize and you have to figure out why you make the fucking choices that you make. Because that's how you get better. That's how you move on. That's how you grow as a person. But that's something that you have to do, and that's not something that anybody else can do for you, whether they know why you do things or not. So tell me, Joseph. And forgive me if I've already asked this. Why don't you want to get better?
I don't have a genuine answer that'll satisfy you.
Don't think of an answer that will satisfy me. I'm not here to be satisfied. I'm here because, genuinely, despite how I may have sounded, I'm sorry for how I am sounding. I know how I'm sounding, and I'm sorry. I just want what you think. I want to know what you think.
Parts of me want to get better. Believe it or not, despite literally everything from the past, 2-3 months? Parts of me want to get better.
And the parts that don't?
Are those same stubborn, scared bits of me that don't know what will happen if I do.
Sorry. What are you scared is going to happen? Are you... Is it just the prospect of change? Or do you think that once you act differently, people are going to leave you just because? Or do you think that it'll cause more people to come around because you are getting better and then you're scared of getting worse again and then those same people leaving you? Because a lot of people's care and love is conditional. And they won't stick around if someone's an asshole because they have some self-respect. Is it that or is it something else?
If there's more people around, then they will think higher of me.
Do you not want that? Or
They will have higher expectations. They will expect me to be around more.
not if you say something beforehand? Like, people have higher expectations. Absolutely. And I mean, if you're just a generally like cool person to be around, of course people would want to be around more. That's just something that happens. But that's when you set whatever, and you're like, I can't do that. You know, you set the bar lower yourself. You're like, I'm still trying to grow as a person, and I can't meet these certain expectations. And if they're cool enough, they'll be like, that's fine. We'll help you get better. We'll help you grow. Because those people will care. They'll care about you, and they'll care about, you getting better and your growth because they will be genuinely good people. Because there are genuinely good people. I mean, plenty of them. But again, like, that's up to you. And you don't have to surround yourself with more people. If people want to be closer to you, then sure, but they just like be like, nah, and they'll be like, cool. Like really, genuinely. Like just tell them no. I don't know. Set that boundary. Be that person who knows what they want. Because it's not that fucking difficult to do. You just gotta do it. And no one can read your mind. I don't know if you know that, but like they can't know what you're thinking. They won't know unless you tell them. And again, that's something that you just have to do. That's something that you would have to do. That is genuinely something you have to do. I mean, come on, you. It just seems like you like to make excuses. I don't know what it is. Like, do you do you like making excuses? Like, do you like trying to rationalize whatever this fucking is because you don't care enough? Or
I don't know how to be a calm person. I don't know how to not snap at people or make snarky remarks.
and whose fault is that?
If I did, then I would be willing to get better. But I do not have a base to work off of.
You're fucking with me right now, right? Like, no fucking way. You are. You don't have a base to work off of. You don't need a fucking base to work off of. What are you going on about? Joseph, do you think I needed a base to work off of? And of course it's different for everybody. Of course, I know that. Genuinely, I do. I know it works different for everybody. I know everybody is different. And they need some different help. But you know at the very least what that would look like, because you know that you're not it. You know? So you know at the very least an itty bitty bit. And that's enough to start. But if you don't want to get better, then that's on you. And everything that I say and everything that Selphia, I'm sure, has said has just gone in one ear and right out the other. So, because if you don't want to get better, if you don't care enough or whatever it is, that's just on you. That's because you have the resources. I know damn well you do because I've helped you. I've helped you with that. Fucking my god. Oh my fucking god. Fucking space. You don't need a fucking
Give me those resources again. So that I at least have one more chance. And I am not expecting you to give me another chance. But I am allowing myself one more. Because I do not expect Snoopy to bring Gotti back. But if she does, then I want to be able to not argue with him all the time.
get better for the man that hurt you? Him? That's who? Okay. Sure.
I would have said you guys first, but I figured you might have laughed at me for it.
Maybe. But that's just because of the choices you've made leading up to this. I would have loved to hear that you would get better for yourself. I would have loved to hear that you know, you want to live for yourself. Because living for other people and trying to get better for other people is a pain in the ass. But Gotti? The man that hurt you and continued to hurt you and pointed a gun at you and really didn't seem to actually fucking care? Him? That's the man? Not, I don't know, the sister who stuck around? Not even Mia. I don't...
Did you not hear what I just said?
I would have laughed at you, yeah. I would have. I would have laughed at you regardless. And I would love for you to get better. Genuinely. Because you don't want to argue with him. You don't want to argue with the man that hurt you.
I don't want to argue with any of you.
And look where that's gotten you. Do you not think you'll just fucking relapse again? Do you think this one last chance will be any different than how you've already acted? Because I don't. And I love a good fucking argument. Genuinely, I do. Christ. I'll give you the resources. That involves us talking more. Because they came just from me. You know? I don't know who the fuck else you'd go to. I don't know who the fuck else would be willing. But what I heard, Joseph, is that you said that you didn't want to argue with Gotti. You didn't say anybody. You said him specifically. Just saying. Again. And I'm laughing at you here. The man that hurt you. The man that... Because he hurt you, Joseph. He was a fucking piece of shit to you. Over and over and over again. He was bad for you. And you kept going back to each other. You kept hoping he would come back for you. And, I mean, look where that got him. And I hate to speak ill of that. But genuinely, look at where that got him. Look at where that got you. You know?
Had you let me go with things would have been different.
What they have? Genuinely. What they have? Because...
It was a single, scared, idiot man versus that entire group of people.
I know. I talked to a few people about it. Galaxy was in that group. Remind me again. Who was trying to have Galaxy not fucking kill you? Remind me again. Because because she may have done that if you were there. Because I talked to her afterward and she's really excited to try and get that money after turning the vulture in. Really excited. Really, she was hoping for it. I don't think she ever got it. Who's to say she just wouldn't have hurt you then? Because I'm sure that she would have. And then what would you do then? Sit there with, I'm sure, torn wings, a clawed face, watching as Gotti was, I'm sure, handcuffed and taken away from you. Like, what would you have been able to do? Tell me. Genuinely, what would you have been able to do if you could... if you could hardly have helped yourself after the first time? Like... Because your magic was already on a decline, I'm sure. And you were healthier the first time we attacked you. And look what she did to your wings. You know?
I may have been healthier. That didn't mean I knew how to use my magic.
Great. And then it declined. You know, you may have learned a little bit more, but it was still then declining. What good would that have done, Joseph, against a group of people? Do you think things would have gone different? Like, because I think maybe they absolutely would have gone different. Not for the better. I think they would have gone different for the worse. Because of those people in that group, who would be willing to help you? You know?
Were you aware of who was in that group?
I have a small inclination. I know Galaxy at the very least was part of that, I believe.
I know Snaggle was.
Ah. And Snaggle... Great. Snaggle then helped to arrest Gotti. Snaggle was in that group then. Who's to
Snaggle
say
was
he
in
would-
that group because his life was being threatened.
By who?
The Syndicate.
Such is the way he took the job.
He sat in the background.
Means he did nothing to stop it then. He was a...
Apparently
Avid
they
watcher?
threatened my life when I wasn't even there.
Then, oh my fucking god, then what good would it have gone? What good would it have done if you were there then? If they were threatening you and you weren't even there? Do you ever, like, listen to yourself? I'm just saying, like, do you understand that you being there probably would have been worse? Or at least just some of the people involved? You, I'm sure, Snaggle, Gotti, and I mean, who else was in the group? Who else would have cared? At least at that point, who would have cared?
At that point, no one.
Great.
Maybe Scab.
Mm. Would he have that? Because, I mean, he hurt Snoopy.
Oh, I'm very aware.
So, genuinely, and don't get me wrong, Scab's okay. I did like the guy. I did, you know, but I don't like the fact that he hurt Snoopy. There's other ways to go about whatever they needed to get done. But, like,
I would have
given
done
the
whatever
people-
needed to be done.
And I think you would have failed. Because I'm sure there were plenty of times where you could have done what needed to be done. And you didn't. You still could have, even as they locked him up as he was in the syndicate. And what did you do? Not what needed to be done. If you really have, like, you had more control of your magic and whatever, like, you have had plenty of opportunities to do what needed to be done. I'm just saying. Like, you have no excuse for that. You know? Trying to put yourself in something that's already happened isn't going to change that.
Then why bring it up?
You brought it up first, dipshit. You brought up Gotti. What the fuck are you talking about?
You brought up them bringing him in.
Yeah, I did. Because of whatever the fuck you brought up. Yeah, I did. Because, oh, God. It just felt relevant. Really. It felt relevant. It was relevant. Like, God fucking damn it, dude.
Twice. Two
What?
times. This entire conversation. Have you called me by my actual name? The rest of it's been
No.
dude, dipshit, dumbass.
Actually, it was 3 times. Thank you. I was counting. It was 3. Actually, I think it was genuinely. I do think it was more than that. Oh my fucking God. It was more than 2. It was. I know that much. So. You've been calling Mia Mirage anyway, so clearly you don't care about the names.
I've corrected myself.
Mm-hmm. She hasn't gone by Mirage for a good while. You know that. Why start calling her Mirage again? What was the point of that? What is the point of that? Why?
It's not
would you?
on purpose.
Then what made you fall back into it?
Salem
It's
calls
not-
her Mirage. Solon does.
Okay, and?
It's hanging around that, it accidentally slips.
Then get better. I don't fucking know. I hang around people all the time who call her Mirage, and what do? Her name is Mia. She has not gone by Mirage for months now. Just because other people call her Mirage does not give you that way back in. That is you've known that. You need to then think before you fucking say anything. You know? Her name is Mia. You know, I wasn't gonna bring it up. Because I figured, genuinely, I just don't remember if you brought it up before. What's up with your eyes and your hair and whatever? Like, what's up with that? Your eyes and your hair. Your fucking thing isn't yellow anymore. I don't remember if I brought it up before or not. I don't.
That was a glamour spell. When I had first landed on this planet. And with my magic getting weaker, the spell is worn off.
So yeah, I was actually curious about this earlier in the conversation. You know, but I didn't think it'd be a good time to bring it up. So is this what you looked like back on 824? Then the purple.
Yes.
Oh. Then yeah, I think Selvia would recognize you. You said you weren't sure, but I think she would. Yeah. I don't think she'd be proud. You said it yourself. So.
Are we done here?
If you want to be done, sure.
I wanted to be done about 3 topics ago.
Then you should have said something. Was it 3 topics? What was 3 topics ago? Remind me. Was it you threatening me, or you wanting to threaten me? Was it Selvia? Was it just what was it? Was it Gaudi?
I don't even remember at this point.
Then why name that it was 3 topics ago if you don't remember?
Because
seems
we've
like
been
semantics
sitting
to
here
me.
for 2.5 hours.
I know. I'll leave. If you find anything about Salem, let me know. I would love to hear back about that. I don't think you will.
Of the hour. You're fucking joking. Didn't tell Gotti anything because he would have just fucking yelled at me for it. 'Cause nothing seems to change.